And welcome back, everyone. It is time now for Daybreak in 10 on Color 10.
We are on the air with you for the next 10 minutes without commercials beginning right now. And first, let's head on over to meteorologist TJ Springer for our forecast. First, good morning, TJ.
Good morning, Joe. Jen, it's looking pretty nice out there. Temperatures are chilly, though, but when you glance out your window and see this, doesn't it make it all better? Maybe not. For me, it does. We have a great sunrise out there underway. High pressure is moving away from us, and that will open the doors to what is to come. And not really anything drastically different, but a cold front nonetheless. Temperatures currently in the 30s for many, but Lake Ozark is, at least from what I've seen so far since I've been in the area, it looks to be the cold spot. You know, of course, the farther north you travel, the colder it gets. But anyway, 28 in Ozark, Lake Ozark, 37 in Branson. We have 39 degrees in the Springfield metro. The wind speeds are coming in from the south to southeast around a 5 to 10, and that is going to bring our warmer temperatures today ahead of this cold front. And they'll become a little breezy. Could have gusts close to 20 miles per hour later on today, and especially as that boundary moves through, the winds will be a little bit higher then. The satellite and radar is rather quiet, but these clouds out to our northwest, that's because of that front, and they're going to move our way and kind of give us some filtered sunshine through the lunch hour into the latter half of our day. Once that clears, then we quickly clear out before our next system on deck moves on in. The good news is no problems on our area roadways. Dry for both the evening and the morning commute. We'll give it a green light, but we can't completely take that small sprinkle chance off the table. And with the dry atmosphere, we may not even see some of those, but we'll keep it on the table just in case. Remember, you can keep up to date with all of our local weather here on the go with your Color 10 weather app. Great interactive radar, of course, hour by hour looks at the forecast and what's to come in the days ahead. The good news is we are going to quickly warm back up into the 50s and 60s by the lunch hour, and then we're looking at that next rain chance on Saturday, and I'll have that last look at our 7-day in just a bit. Joe and Jen?
All right, TJ, thank you. Well, the manual recount for the 135th House District race between Steve Helms and Betsy Fogel begins today. Color 10's Nija McDonald joins us live now from the Greene County Election Center to explain what's been going on this morning and what this process has been looking like. Nija, good morning.
Yeah, Jen, well, good morning. Here at the Greene County Election Center, a group of bipartisan members of our community are actually working to sort the ballots that will be counted today. Now, I am joined with Greene County Clerk Shane Scholler. Good morning.
Good morning, Nija.
Now, talk to me about what exactly they're doing behind us.
Well, as you said, we have bipartisan teams. We have the DS-450, which we normally use to tabulate our absentee ballots when they come in because of the volume, but it can also actually sort the ballots. So we have the BT-101, which that race was voted on for the 135th district, and we're literally almost 40,000 ballots by bipartisan teams are going to be fed throughout there in the entirety of this day. Then those ballots that are for that race, they're being packaged together in batches. We have a bipartisan team that we drive them over to the University Plaza.
And so what will take place once the ballots make it to University Plaza?
And then we have teams there, bipartisan teams are going to come together, and they're literally going to go through the ballots, and they're going to, for all the candidates in the race, there was 3 candidates in the race, and so each of them will be counted by the bipartisan teams, and they'll continue to go through that. And what they're doing is they're going to verify that what was tabulated by the electronic tabulators was accurate.
And so when can residents expect to hear an answer from everything that's taking place?
It will likely probably be sometime tomorrow, just because it's going to take between 11 to 13 hours, give or take, to sort through those 40,000 ballots to get the correct ballots so the teams at the University Plaza can actually count the race manually. And so it's going to take some time.
Well, thank you for joining us this morning. And as Shane Scholler mentioned, this is going to be a day-long process. Now, that recount will actually take place at 8 o'clock this morning at University Plaza, and the community is welcome to attend and kind of watch what's going on. Reporting live in Springfield, Nija McDonald, Ozarks First.
Certainly a story we'll be tracking over the next couple of days. Thank you, Nija. As the presidential election appears to be creating more division among the country, we tried to find some common ground, sitting down with Greene County Democrats Executive Director Sam Smith and Greene County Republicans Central Committee Chair Danette Proctor. When asked about President Trump's claims about election fraud, Proctor says to let the process work, and the Republican Party wants every legal vote to be counted. Smith thinks the RNC has not been able to find any actual issues yet, and a week after the election, he doesn't believe fraud is anywhere to the scale that the Republican administration is saying that it is. One thing that excited both sides about a Biden presidency is upcoming job opportunities.
So having a president that not only is pro-labor, but has appointed several members to his future cabinet that are also very strongly pro-labor gives us a great opportunity to move the ball forward for working class Americans, specifically here in Greene County.
Our Republicans are for jobs, middle class, very much so. We're for helping the poor, housing, we're for that. And we're for a good economy, because if you make money, you come out of poverty.
We've combined both of our sit-downs with them. You can go over that and watch them on ozarksfirst.com.
Bringing crime into focus this morning, the man charged in a 2019 deadly crash in Springfield will have a hearing today, just days before his trial is set to begin. Shannon Schaefer pleaded not guilty to nearly a dozen felonies, including second-degree murder, about a year ago. Springfield police say Schaefer was driving a stolen box truck in July of 2019 when he caused a crash that killed Missouri State University security manager Matthew Brown. As of now, Schaefer's trial is scheduled to begin on Monday.
A former Branson student is expected in court today for a possible plea deal. William Nelson is charged with a first-degree terrorist threat. According to court documents sent, he sent several threatening messages over Snapchat 2 years ago. Those threats were directed towards Branson High School. A student who saw the messages recorded them and sent them to police.
Making news around America this morning, day 2 of protests in downtown Indianapolis after no charges were filed in the death of Drejon Reed. Protesters marched the streets demanding justice, even blocking intersections at times. You may remember a grand jury ruled there wasn't enough evidence to charge Officer DeJory Mercer after he shot Reed during a chase back in May.
I want to take a live look right now at Port Canaveral, Florida, and the lingering effects of Tropical Storm Eta. This storm has moved to the central northeast portion of Florida, as we're seeing those palm trees whip around a little bit with sustained winds of around 45 miles an hour. As Eta continues to move northeast, it looks like it will move off the coast at some point later on today.
We have a couple of traffic alerts for you this morning. The intersection of Cherry Street and Kimbrough will be closed for the rest of the week. That will happen at 6 tonight. That's when it begins for utility work in the roadway. It should be reopened by noon on Saturday. There will be marked detours around that area.
Drivers in Ozark will see a lane shift starting today as crews continue to work to widen Missouri Route 14. Eastbound traffic between 16th Street and Christian County Route NN will shift to the center turn lane until March of 2021. Drivers that want to avoid delays should find some different routes.
And now here's a look at what's coming up after Daybreak.
Coming up, daily coronavirus cases continue to break records. We'll ask Ohio's governor why he may need to lock down bars, gyms, and restaurants. And we'll talk about ways to keep your family safe through the holidays. Coming up on CBS This Morning.
Got it. All right, this morning we want to tell you about what is trending on Google. I checked this out about an hour ago, and this is still trending. A massive tooth that was found on South Carolina beach now is sparking questions over what it belongs to. So a woman found, if we scroll down a little bit, I believe there's a picture of it. There it is. So a woman found this, and she posted the photo on October 30th, and now it's been just going online everywhere because people want to know, what does it belong to? I don't think there is an answer yet. She
Are whale's teeth not that big?
I don't know. She said it's beautiful. She used social media, and now people are speculating, as they do. You know, you throw things on the Google to find out what it is. I think it's just so interesting because what does it belong to?
I love looking into that. And
Yeah, that's really cool.
That's pretty funny.
It's like, it really is a giant tooth.
Get on there and do some research. Internet,
Yes,
do your thing, right?
Someone find out for us. Yeah, but cold temperatures this morning.
Yeah, grab that jacket, but 60s by the afternoon, tracking some better rain chances by Saturday, guys.
All right, we'll keep an eye on that. Thanks for joining us here on Daybreak. We'll see you for more local news at midday.